canister beside the window.
What?
I'm just messing.
So you can see Buchanan, the real serious type.
11:23 to 11:24.
Cadet, the younger,
Okay.
more fun-loving guy.
Perfect.
Kind of messing with him a little bit there.
This is it.
And it was fitting that I was the actor for the Buchanan and PWC for the cadet, being I'm a number of years older than PWC, and
One-way ticket to oblivion.
since it was kind of my film idea, I was kind of felt too often I was kind of bossing him around a little bit, or pushing him to, to do a shot this way or that way, and trying to hold off, not tell him too much what I wanted him to do, but yet I wanted a few certain things to really be in there. So, but
Are you all set?
he was great about it, and he did a super job, and he was so busy with school and with rowing and some different activities that he didn't get to do the animation until maybe just a week or two before he left the country for vacation, and he just did an amazing amount of animation in a real short time. I couldn't believe it. It turned out great. The sound of that door closing there is actually my garage door opener closing, and then I slowed it down and the pitch lowered, make it sound a little more like it's a heavy door. And here's a crazy Lego machine I made with gears, and those gears actually turn the vertical thing that spins, and somehow that thing generates the energy necessary to produce this time travel. My wife did the countdown there. I thought she did an awesome job of that. And a pretty low-tech time travel effect, just a fade to white. And the spinning, but I think this works okay. Kind of funny. Found a cool sound effect there. That time travel effect was on freesound.org. Thought that was great. Forget the guy who made it, but it's in the credits. I like the scene with the footsteps coming from a great distance. He's walking down this long hallway into his office now to call up the temporal imaging unit to check on just how his cadet's doing in the future and if he's going to fix things or not. Another one of those fade ends to the ship. And at this point, most of the animation you're going to see is going to be PWC's work of his 33rd century set. I love the little computer sound there, also from freesound.org. The ratcheting doors there are actually me clicking my tongue and then putting that with another me clicking my tongue, but a little bit delayed and the pitch lowered. There's his broken chronometer.
Well, at least I'm alive.
Still broken there, you just can't see because it's so far away, it's so small, but trust me, it's really cracked. It's really broken.
Hey, there it is.
He doesn't know what time it is.
It's gotta be close enough to the right time.
But sure, it's close enough, why not? What's he gonna do? Stand around and wait? Not know for sure, so just go for it.
This is too easy.
No, not yet. It's too early.
One thing I'd hope to do is put a clock on the top of the screen that kind of like shows what the time is, that Buchanan can see what the time is, even though, obviously the cadet can't. So he realizes that, it's not in the time window and this is going to be trouble. But just ran out of time with the contest to put that in. Something real simple like that's a pretty challenging effect for me to put in, given my limited skills. I thought the eating of the pretzel was great, how he animated it. I love how the sound effects bring it to life too.
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
That's me in a pretty sad accent.
Hey, is that a can of
Doing a Seinfeld line, these pretzels are making me thirsty. That was from the one where Kramer got a tiny part in a Woody Allen movie out in the street, and he had to figure out how he was going to say his line and how to act it, and all the other characters had a different take on how he should say, these pretzels are making me thirsty, and then Kramer ended up losing the job anyway because he lost his temper or something. For you young people out there, Kramer or Seinfeld was a great comedy show from the 90s. I like the little thumping sound of the asteroid there. Kind of fun. Slow motion wobble of the can as it hits the brake release. And it's all downhill from here. A few more shots here that we didn't see earlier of the warp core speeding up, the engine shutting off, the things going bad in the engine room, and then the rest of the ship blowing up. Explosions here from detonationfilms.com. And Buchanan seeing the results. That button he pushed right there actually sawed off and then sanded off the top of a stud, so when it's pushed down, it looks like it's, there's no stud sticking on top of that little thing. I destroyed a few Legos in the filming of this film. Some names on that list are from Asimov books. R. Danil Olivaw, Giskard Ventlov, Elijah Bailey are all from his Robot series. 4 books. Really a good series. One of my favorites of his, actually.
Rose, I need you to send another hyperwave transmission to Trantor Temporal Academy.
I love Rose's voice. It's I thought Dr. Love did a great job on that. Very 1950s, goofy, over-the-top secretary-type sound.
Okay, boss. Right away.
No rush, Rose.
Very sunny disposition there. And the big last line. They have all the time in the universe because they're time travelers. So they'll just send another cadet back to the same point in time and hope he has better luck than Spachiman had. I love the music here by Alpha Wave Movement. I found his music on YouTube, and he was very generous to let us use this song for this for the credits here. Just adds so much to this little montage here. Here's a mention of the novel. So these credits are a little bit long. Yeah, a little bit too long. I was reading each sheet to myself before I flipped the page, so you could actually read the entire credits without having to pause it or back it up, really. Until toward the end, when it's listing all the sound effect creators from freesound.org and some different software creators and stuff that I thanked. It's too hard to read, too small, and I sped up through that point, so you really have a hard time reading that stuff. But it was a good experience. We had no idea between the two of us that the film would end up being, 15 minutes really worth of film, and then almost 3 minutes worth of prologue and credits. Longest film either of us have ever done. Hope the story holds up and is worthy of that much time. I think it works, but hope you do too. If you're listening to this commentary, it must be because you must have liked the film a little bit, at least enough to want to check this out. I haven't said a whole lot too interesting, but maybe a little bit. It was fun to try to do one of these commentaries. We thought about possibly going back doing a director's cut, trying to add those scenes back in that we cut. Actually, there was going to be a scene where Spachiman passed the pretzel eating guy in the hallway, and the pretzel guy offered him some pretzels, and and the pretzel guy's eating pretzels as he's walking down the hallway. And for the sake of time, we had to cut that little scene too. So we thought about going back and adding those back in, but that'll just make the film even that much longer, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I'll have to wait and see. But anyway, thanks for listening to this commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. And to quote Buchanan from the film, good luck and Godspeed.